Hey everybody, welcome back to Camp in a Box. Today we're going to make a superhero mask. For this activity, you're going to need your superhero mask template, a sheet of cardboard, some construction paper, some paints, and then things from home like markers, something to write with, and a pair of scissors. Start off by cutting out your template and tracing it onto the cardboard. Then go ahead and cut out the basic shape of your mask from the cardboard. Now, sometimes cutting out the eyes can be really tricky, so ask an adult if you need help. The easiest way to cut out the eyes is to gently bend the cardboard and make a small snip in the center of the eye hole. From there, you will poke your scissors through that little hole that you made and start cutting towards the outer edge of the eye, making several little triangles. The more triangles that you make, the easier it will be to snip all of these away and clear out the eye hole. Once you have all of your little triangles cut, gently lift one of them up and start cutting the tips of the triangles away. Then you can go back in and trim with your pair of scissors to redefine the shape of your eye hole, following the lines that you traced earlier. Repeat the same process with the other eye in your mask. Now it's time to poke some holes for us to thread the yarn through so we can actually wear the mask while we're out saving the city. You can poke holes using a pair of scissors, or if you have a hole punch at home, you can use that as well. Now it's time to start adding color. You could use construction paper or paints for this, but I decided to use construction paper because I wanted some really vibrant colors for the mask. If you're using construction paper like me, start by tracing your mask onto the construction paper, and then cut out the mask shape. Line up your construction paper over your mask to make sure that you've got the general shape correct. You can always trim the cardboard later if you need to. Then grab your glue and a paintbrush, or just use your fingers, and start gluing your construction paper onto your cardboard mask, starting in the middle. Remember, once you put down the glue and put the paper on top of it, press down gently with your fingers to make sure that all of it sticks. To prevent your cardboard mask from bending too much or getting wrinkles in your construction paper, only glue in little sections at a time. Let the glue dry completely before moving on to the next step. With each layer of construction paper or paint that you add, you need to go back in and redefine the holes that you poked earlier for the yarn, just to make sure that they are open and you can pass the yarn through when it's time. If you wanted, you could stop here and add just a couple of decorations with markers or paint to your mask, or you can use extra construction paper and add other elements to your design, like a visor or decorations off to the side like I did. If you're going to make decorations for either side of your mask, you might want to take your construction paper and fold it in half, and then create your design like almost you would with a snowflake. So when you fold the paper in half, then draw and cut out your shape, you'll be able to unfold your piece of construction paper and have two identical sides to your shape. Then you can cut that down the middle, and boom! You have the exact shapes that you need, and they look almost exactly the same. Take these shapes and move them around your mask to figure out exactly where you'd like them to go. Then you can trim them down to whatever size that you need. Go ahead and take the time to trim off any excess cardboard that you can see on your mask as well. Now you can glue on your extra construction paper design pieces. Like when we were gluing down the main construction paper onto our mask, go in little sections and secure the edges of your design pieces as you need to. Let the glue dry completely before you move on to decorating with markers or paints. Now it's time to redefine the holes that we'll use to pass the yarn through, as well as poke another set of holes directly above or below that first set of holes. This way we can loop the yarn through and make it nice and secure instead of just tying a knot or having to tape it onto the front of our mask. Now the fun part, you can actually start to decorate your mask. You can use colored pencils, markers, paints, whatever you have on hand. And if you're feeling really adventurous, if you have any glitter left over from previous craft projects, you can use that as well. If you use any paint, give it plenty of time to dry before moving on to threading our yarn through the mask. Use your paperclip needle from the gauntlet activity and thread your yarn through the loop. Then, just like with the gauntlets, push the loop and the yarn through the holes from the back and thread it through to the front of the mask. Then repeat that same process going from the front of the mask to the back. Repeat this process for the opposite side of your mask as well, so you have a strap that will go around your head. Once you've made sure that your strings are fairly even, you can go ahead and put on your mask and go save the city. Thanks for crafting with me today, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.